the pinnacle of your career was when you fought Mike Tyson out in Tokyo. This was something like 9 years after you went pro. How did you feel ahead of the fight? Because as far as I know, and please educate me if I'm wrong, but didn't you have some really bad news ahead of the fight with Mike Tyson?
Yes, my mom, she was very ill at the time. She had been ill for going on a couple of years, and it just was got to the point to where she was no longer able to, deal with the illness, and it just got overwhelming, and she ended up passing like a couple of weeks before the fight. But it was just a very hard time for me. This was the biggest one, no doubt. It was passing of my mother
James,
just prior to
absolutely
the fight.
inspiring, mate. Absolutely inspiring how you did what you did from losing your mum. I mean, this was just before the fight, wasn't it? With
Yes,
Mike
two
Tyson.
weeks,
Wow.
2 weeks before the fight. But
Were the times that went through your head thought, maybe I'm not going to fight?
never at all. It never entered my mind. It made me even more determined.
I saw Mike Tyson talking about you, and talking about when he put you down. And he said, and you've probably seen it, there's no doubt, where he's standing on stage and he's watching the video next to him and he's counting down 1, 2, 3, and he counts to 14. Well, 13, but he's now saying 14. Tell us about your thoughts on that. Did you really get a longer count, or tell us about that?
A longer count than he did. No, I think it was just the human count. I mean, it's always been like that. It wasn't like the clock itself. The referee gave it the human count. And if anybody was favorite, to get a edge, it would have been Mike because he was a
Yeah.
world champion at the time, and basically it was his road show. So, but I still feel that it was a fair judgment, fair count. And besides, he never counted. His count was longer than mine, so
Really?
yeah, his count was longer. His was 17, 20.
Well, they didn't. We
you
didn't
know,
want him to get put to sleep, did they? So yeah, awesome, awesome. So following this fight, how did your life change then? Because it must have completely changed. Tell us about
it
that.
changed. It changed from night and day. It was like I left the United States as an underdog, came back as a king, and it was like looked at and pretty overwhelming at the time because it was like so unexpected that nobody had given me a chance and given my camp a chance, and we went over there focused and in unison and put it all together and came out on top, and it was just a wonderful thing.